Hello, PQDF here. This is a video response to the ancient atheist video, Islam is Violent. I first have something to say about YouTube. The new YouTube design page has brought the video responses back, so that's good. And now for ancient atheist video. Roll tape.
We have two major problems. Christianity, which is the major religion of the lands most of us live in, and is constantly trying to insert its beliefs into the public sphere, and Islam, which is becoming the dominant religion of the countries in Europe.
So essentially, you're saying they do exactly the same thing, or they want to do exactly the same thing, being trying to gain influence in a country's government and changing laws to, I don't know, protect religious people or teach religious bullshit in schools. So there, the Christianity and Islam don't differ that much. But you're saying Islam is growing in Europe. Now, I haven't looked up the numbers for Europe, but I did for my country, the Netherlands, and here Islam or Muslims make up for about 0.5% of the population, and that number is declining in the last few years.
And not only attempts to force its beliefs on the public, but is prone toward violence when insulted.
And Christianity is not. Well, I have a link for you. It's in the underbar or the sidebar. Depends on which version of YouTube you have. It's a link of a priest in the Netherlands who called in a bomb threat to the football stadium where Madonna was having a concert, which depicted her on a cross. And that was the reason he called in a bomb threat, because that was insulting to his religion.
When someone did a cartoon about it being a violent religion, and a lot of people were insulted, the reactions became violent.
Quick point. Have you heard of the reactions to the new healthcare bill?
In fact, some Muslim cleric even put a death sentence out on a cartoonist.
Another Muslim clergyman also put out a fatwa against suicide bombings and terrorism. Link is in the underbar or the sidebar, other sidebar. But that didn't get as much attention as the fatwas against Salman Rushdie or the cartoonists. I wonder why that is, because I don't get that.
It doesn't mean that everybody in Islam is this way. However, every time somebody in a major way, where it's very public and a lot of people hear about it, insults Islam by calling it violent, somebody from that religion, and usually more than one somebody, will make a violent response. Now, I can make videos about Christians every single day of the year here, and perhaps never receive a physical threat over my videos. I mean, I might. Somebody might. You know, there's always unstable people.
Then also think about that when you think about Islam. Islam, as every religion, also has its unstable people. It's batshit crazy nut jobs.
So somebody might, but I would have no reason to call Christianity a violent religion based on that sort of reaction to my videos.
So why you're saying that if you get a physical threat from a Christian because you apparently insulted Christianity, you wouldn't call Christianity a violent religion, but if you get a violent threat from someone who's a Muslim, because you apparently insulted Islam, then you would call Islam a violent religion. I'm sorry, but I don't get that.
But you can make one video like this and say that Islam is a sick religion because people do react violently.
I got a link from someone pointing to a video where there's a news story about the violence in Islam, and they were shouting, death to the USA or bomb the USA or whatever. And point one, there was a moderate Muslim in there distancing himself from these nut jobs, which everybody always says never happens. Well, it is in this news story. But I don't want to talk about that news story. I more want to talk about the comments on that video. They are scary. Here, I'll show you. For example, here, Amakula, Islam is coming to take over atheist nations. God's punishment is upon us. Only a Catholic state will resist your demographic wipeout and Islamization by idiot secular governance. Prepare for a Catholic state or prepare for your wipeouts. Nero the atheists. I say let's start the Fourth Reich and put these cave-dwelling pieces of shit in the ovens. Stop this pussy good guy attitude and get some fucking balls and stop these scumbags by sheer force. Slack Babbitt tease. We need another Hitler. American Warrior 1776. And when in Mecca, blow it up.
So yes, it's very clear it is a sick and violent religion, and it needs to be stopped.
You can't stop a religion. How long are people trying to stop Christianity now? Trying to stop a religion has no use. The only thing that we need to do is educate people. Make sure they stay in school. Teach them science, philosophy, etc. That will make the group that wants to commit violent acts or hate Western society smaller and smaller. And that is what we need. Attacking Islam and generalizing Islam as a violent religion generalizes the people who believe in the Muslim religion, and that is not going to help. And calling Islam a violent religion is like calling the Catholic Church a child rape religion at the moment. Yes, there have been instances of child rape, and there are going to be more cases because this is just the beginning of this shitstorm. But that doesn't mean you can't ask a Catholic, just a random Catholic, that you can't trust him with children. That's a bizarre statement. Also, in that line of thought, you can't say that when you see a Muslim on the street that he is going to become violent towards you or any other person. A Muslim in the street is just that, a Muslim in the street. Just walking to, I don't know, his work, the bus stop, a store to, do grocery shopping. He is not just going to become violent. Most Muslims won't. The few that do have to be punished according to the law in the country they are in. That's how a democracy, a secular democracy, should work. By condemning Islam just for being Islam is not going to work. That's going to get a reaction like the same reaction you would get from trying to ban Christianity or Judaism or whatever religion. It's not a solution. That's my answer, and I'll see you next time.